Reminiscent of the game here 2 years ago was a 34-7 victory by Florida. Weatherford across the middle. It's caught. Joslyn Shaw. This Drew Weatherford saga is kind of interesting, Gary. I mean, you know, he's benched for Xavier Lee in that Alabama game. Sits. If that happens, do you go through doubts that you'll ever get the chance again?
Absolutely, because it's out of your control. Xavier Lee is a good athlete. He showed with scrambling ability in that day against Alabama that he could be a type of Tebow type quarterback, a new wave quarterback. And you say, I might never get a chance again. It's tough.
And here's the handoff to Parker coming near side. Brandon Spikes gets him. And you saw a brief glimpse of Xavier Lee. He's off the depth chart now after his benching. But Weatherford says the two of them have always been close friends. Both highly recruited. 4th and 2.
Yeah, Xavier was dismissed from the team for a couple weeks too. So he now has lost his backup job to Ponder.
Christian Ponder is the backup quarterback to Weatherford. 4th and 2 with 5:52 to go. Toss, Parker goes right, Joyner got him. Senior day for Tony Joyner.
Let's give some credit to that Florida defense now, Vern. They've got a lot of points on them, LSU, Kentucky, and Georgia, but today they're pitching a touchdown shutout.
Toyota presents Heroes of the Fall.
It was 1997. We're playing at Florida State. They're #1 in the country. They beat us. They're probably playing in the national championship. Janikowski puts Florida State ahead, makes a mockery of our university, and Coach drew something up on his card and asked everybody that we understand, and we all said yeah. Then we got in the huddle, and I asked everybody, do we know what we're doing? And I remember Jacques Wes looking at me and goes, I've got no idea what we're doing. So we get to the line, and Jacques Wes runs a great curl and go. Ball falls right in there, and we get it down there on the 20-yard line, hand off the ball to Fred, and Fred take care of the rest. It was a great win for Florida. To be able to knock off the #1 team in the way we did it was pretty special.
Toyota, moving forward.
Well, here we are. Here we are. Yeah. I think he posed for the original trophy in 1937. Well, here's a list of candidates for the Heisman.
Now, 5 of them are there, but it's really 4 because it's going to be the winner of the Missouri-Kansas game between Daniels and Reesing, right? Todd Reesing, excuse me. So one of those guys will be eliminated, so it's down to 4. And you know, it always works out, doesn't it? Everybody worries about this in October, but by the end of November, it always works out.
Here's the handoff up the middle, out to the 30-yard line. Or it's Tebow, I beg your pardon. Well, Darren McFadden had that 321-yard day against South Carolina to equal a Southeast Conference record, and then yesterday he was dazzling.
Yes, South Carolina's had a tough time stopping the run, but I'm more impressed with the 206 and all the plays he played at quarterback against LSU to knock off the #1 team. He definitely, when you look at the ballot, you definitely have to think, should I vote McFadden? You know, I mean, look what's happening here. You definitely have a race now. And in Tebow, no one's done what Tebow has done before. Look at that play. They tried to put a hit on him that time and couldn't do it. And there he goes. Can you imagine a quarterback doing that to Florida State? A quarterback.
Oh, you run out of superlatives. Tebow going left. This is his 13th carry for 89 yards. He's rushed for 2 touchdowns. That's his mom Pam on the left, his dad Bob. 2 of the boys, Peter and Robbie, are here tonight, and the sister, as we've mentioned, is on a mission in Bangladesh. This one will come back. The flag was thrown pre-snap.
Before the snap, false start, number 73 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
That's Carlton Metter. Tonight on CBS, once this game is put to bed, CSI Miami followed by CSI New York. And 48 Hours Mystery. That's the lineup tonight on CBS. That is the 11th penalty against the Gators. So first down and 15. Harvin in the slot. Gets the pass. Comes right. Watch out. Watch out. Anthony Hula saved the touchdown. It's a 40-yard gain.
40-yard gain on a pass that was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. It's really hard to even imagine all the weapons and all the ways that this Florida offense has grown. Remember, they couldn't do this earlier in the year. Harvin wasn't quite at this level. Caldwell was coming off an injury. Remember that?
Right.
Then Cedric Cornelius Ingram. Excuse me. I got so many guys I can't remember the names.
They've got some options.
Yes.
Here's Caldwell in motion. They hand it off to Keyston Moore, and he plunges up the middle inside the 25. Now let's go down and check in once again with Tracy Wolfson.
Thanks, guys. I spoke to Tebow about the Heisman. He said it is so hard not to think about it, honestly, with everyone bringing it up. But he said it just motivates him to work harder. He said he'll probably think more about it after this game. The only time he's gotten excited about talking about it, though, was when he was told former winners had a vote. And that means his boyhood idol, former Gator quarterback Danny Werfel, could vote for him, guys.
Well, Tracy, I'm not going to... well, yes, we have an injured player down, so we'll step aside. Be right back. Darius McClure was the injured player, but he was helped to his feet, then trotted off unaided. And we're back to play on second down. Tebow has Harvin come back to join him. Harvin goes left. Harvin comes right. Harvin up the middle. Florida touchdown. It's just so easy. Or looks that way.
I've really never seen anything like this.
Harvin's a sophomore. Tebow's a sophomore.
Right.
Murphy's a junior. Ingram's a junior. That's what we were saying. There are only two starters on this offense who are seniors. Caldwell and Metter.
And Drew Miller.
That's right, three.
Oh, that's terrible. See, no big deal. 3. 2 is amazing. 3. Fantastic, and I'm saying they're preseason #1.
Tim Tebow's had some night. He can also high jump.
He's got it, doesn't he, Vern? He's got it, and he's got stats, and he's got a high-profile program. Look at those numbers tonight.
Ruby Tuesday player of the game. Look at that, 262 through the air, 89 on the ground, 5 touchdowns. Pretty good bid.
Yeah, and that doesn't even count who Urban Meyer says is our Reggie Bush, Percy Harvin, 16 carries for 157 yards. And I want to say something about Tony Joyner and Urban Meyer. I really salute Urban Meyer saying, you know what, you did something wrong, I punished you, but I'm going to give you back your captaincy. I thought that was great, and he's going to earn a lot of respect from his team for doing that. Here's
the kickoff taken by Joslin Shaw. Well, he's got a lane down the right side. Finally knocked out of bounds by Major Wright. Now it's time for the five-star play of the game presented by Wrangler. This was some time ago. Here's Mick Huber of the Florida Radio Network.
Tebow takes the snap on a rocker step, in some trouble. Eludes pressure, going to run the ball to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and he's in! Touchdown! Oh my! Tim Tebow touchdown on a miraculous escape for a touchdown run.
Tim Tebow grew up wanting to be a Gator. Remember, I met him for the first time when he was on his official recruiting visit to Alabama, Mike Shula.
Wow.
They finished second. Here's Weatherford back. In trouble. Goes right, he's down. Moses Jenkins, number 36, with the sack. And Mike Shula tells the story about coming to Tebow's house Christmas. And he said he walked up to the front door and the Christmas tree, the ornaments all were Gators.
He tried to recruit them.
Yeah, and the Christmas tree had Gators inside. He said, I thought it was a long shot.
Well, he couldn't have gone to a better school to take advantage of his skills with this offense. And high school coaches all over the country are going to be looking for Tim Tebow to play this position.
There just aren't that many. Here's Weatherford.
Oh, did he get rocked? Did he get rocked? And now Florida next year will reload with all these freshman defensive linemen and these freshman defensive backs and all these, only 2 on defense and 3 on offense, and they're going to get bigger and stronger. You know, the other thing about Florida is, I think emotionally, what they went through last year going for the national championship is kind of what LSU went through this year. They had all those tight games. They finished very late. Then they started their offseason program. They had to get Tebow ready to play quarterback. They need an emotional break from football, and I think that'll be richly deserved now.
3rd and 17. 45-12. Deep into double coverage. Incomplete. So the streak is intact for Drew Weatherford. Well, doubleheader for you tomorrow. The NFL on CBS. 4 games early. League game is Oakland to Kansas City. 2 games late. League game Denver at Chicago. And it all begins with the NFL Today. James Brown and the group. And a special story tomorrow night with Everson Walls and Sean Springs. Ron Springs' dad. Ron Springs' life has taken a turn for the worse after the transplant. The donated kidney from Everson Walls. He is in a coma in Dallas-Fort Worth. And his son, Sean, we'll talk about that on the NFL Today tomorrow. 4th and 17. Weatherford deep left side. Incomplete. Ball will go over on downs. Another reminder tonight on CBS. We'll begin with the CSI Miami, followed by CSI New York, and then 48 Hours Mystery. We are 148 away from that.
This is Gator country. Florida's only lost under Urban Meyer 1 home game in 3 years to Auburn. Remember that football game changed the whole makeup of the SEC this year when he lost that football game at home to Auburn on that double kick by the freshman kicker. 2 kicks after the timeout. And how about this? Florida's next game might be against their old coach, Ron Zook, in Illinois in a bowl game. Would that be fun to watch?
Could happen. Well, they'll take a knee. They lost at home to Auburn 17-20. We said, look at this. This is the first time in Urban Meyer's career as a head coach, it began in Bowling Green, then Utah, that he has served as a 3rd-year head coach.
Yes. He kind of somewhat admitted to being emotionally drained too this year, saying, you know, it's a lot of work to get this young team ready. Florida State has a lot of work to go. They still are not where they were or where they want to be.
1:05 to go. Well, among the great games we've been privileged to broadcast this year, the LSU-Florida game in prime time down in Baton Rouge. And this Florida team, as you look at the long faces of the guys from Tallahassee, as Florida team had the lead in that game,
Yes.
and Les Miles goes for 4th down conversions 5 times and passes a sure-tying field goal. If this Florida team makes one of those stops, Gary, they might be the team that's
You bet.
in Atlanta. 3rd and 12. As it is, we'll see Tennessee and LSU next Saturday.
Florida puts 540+ yards on the board today.
Tebow 19 of 28 for 262, 3 touchdowns. He rushed 13 times for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the regular season is over. As they would say in November, a year from now, it's in the hands of the voters.
It's going to be hard to forget this one.
Bobby Bowden and Urban Meyer with a quick exchange of pleasantries at midfield. Tim Tebow made a strong bid for that Heisman Trophy tonight. 45-12 is the final. We'll begin tonight with CSI Miami, CSI New York, and 48 Hours Mystery. Except for those of you on the West Coast, Tim Brandel will be along with the Scoreboard Show. For Tracy Wolfson and Gary Danielson, Vern Lundquist, good night from Gainesville. We'll see you in Hotlanta.